Hello, friends. Today, my topic is all about the culinary world and about a basic and the most best thing a person can get in life in a culinary world, that is executive chef. And when I started my career about 6 7 years ago, I read a lot and lot about what is executive chef and what he does and what he does not, what are his responsibilities. But I never got into the that depth of that topic, and uh, there was something like my perspective of the executive chef was a bit shallow, and at that time there was no such information like influx of a lot of information that is currently. We can say that the current time period of the world is a bit far more informative and direct, and people are knowing what are these things, what is this, and some people who are the fresh graduates from the uh, colleges are a bit enthusiastic, and they know far more than the mediocre students like us who did not got into this, who never went to hotels and all that stuff. But then also it is such a dream job and dream aspiration for myself and the other people who are in this culinary world. Let us discuss from the Google what is an executive chef. An executive chef is the head of a kitchen in a restaurant or other food establishment. They are responsible for overall culinary operations, including menu planning, staff and management, and food quality. From my perspective, I would simply say uh, that executive chef is like the um, person who is in charge of the kitchen. There may be, and it is mostly the five-star hotels, and therefore it is specially specified in the Google search that it is the head of the kitchen in a restaurant, hotel, or other food establishment. The establishment that are discussed in these points are very very large. These are the big establishments, and therefore the specification of this executive chef is given in the to the people who are the in charge, who are at the in charge of the big establishments. Since there are different types of kitchen, and according to the business or organizational structure, and therefore it is only capable it is only possible to have a big organization. So therefore I would say executive chef is linked to big organizations. If you are aspiring for it, aiming for becoming an executive chef, you need to remember that you are going to be a part of a bigger organizations. And in spite, I would say I did not go to that pathway of my life. But if you are aspiring, then you must make the organizational you have to keep in mind that you are going to work in an organization, in a big group, and you have, if you are, you have to aim, you have to know that you have to become the head of the that organization's kitchen. Responsibilities of executive chef: menu planning, create menus, specials, and portion sizes. The thing is that you have to plan the menu for a big organization, and you have to take in account about the most of the things, all the you have to take in account the competitors and what's their strategies and what their menu. uh, some might say that what the point of me describing all this. But in spite of being there are a lot of knowledge on the internet, there is some like disparity between the truth and false. uh, Next point is staff management: hire, train and mentor kitchen staff. So this thing is not so easily learned, the staff management skill. I would say I do not have this skill currently, but the skill of hiring, training and mentoring takes time. If you want to develop such skills at a younger age, then you need to have the skills of leading a team. If you are in a classroom, I would suggest that you must have the habit of working in a team, working in doing team activities that will help you all in going forward to this aim. Food quality: executive chef ensures that meals are consistent in presentation and quality. That's a same basic point, but it is not so easy to make all these things consistent in presentation and quality, and it takes a lot and lot of strategies and day and nights of work. And the you have to adapt to the environment, you have to keep on changing the presentation styles, doing innovations, as well as maintaining the food quality. Next point is food safety: maintain food safety standards. If you are in the you have studied, and you must be knowing HACCP and all that stuff. Therefore I have never worked in I have only trained in the hotel. Therefore from my perspective, I would say people are spending the capital, therefore, and it's their very hard earned money, and they want to have some peace in the hotel or in the restaurant. So it is the utmost responsibility of the students who are it does not matter even if one person is listening to it. Therefore it's the utmost responsibility of the student, if you want to become an executive chef, that you need to just imagine that the food you are going to cook is the person is going to eat, and therefore you have to maintain the food safety standards. You have to keep on the habit of maintaining the food safety at your home, at your what do we say, cafeteria. You need to develop the habit slowly and slowly. If you are a student who is just doing his of about 14 years of age, then I would simply say you need to make the food safety habits in your home also. You need to develop these basic skills, food habits. I would simply say inventory management: purchase ingredients and maintain inventory. I would simply say that it's rather like we do not if like whenever this is something separate from the cooks who are cooking. It's like you have to, it's like a person who is supervising all that stuffs. And if you want to practice, you keep on noting down the things that you purchase daily and maintain the records. Like if you are buying a pen, I would simply say start developing the habit of writing I purchased a pen. And this inventory is simply a list of the things that you purchase for the purchase has been done. And it's not like it can become a habit slowly and regularly if you develop this. When I started my career, I did not have any person to guide me, and I had a different pathway, and I was interested in the I was interested in opening a fast food shop, and simply a business, a small business, inspired does not matter the amount of zeros included in the business, but it was an act. And the things are, the next point is kitchen equipment. Oversee kitchen equipment purchases and maintenance. Uh, Kitchen equipment are very necessary while with it in these food will be cooked and processed and kept, and many people are going to handle it and take from one place to another. Therefore, whenever we are going to decide the menu, we purchase the equipments according to the menu, and like mm, and there are also the things also break. Equipments are at some time they are break down, and we have to replace them. Therefore, we do maintenance. These are small things. Inspired, there are a number of people who are telling about the what is an executive chef. This is my take on executive chef, and it is my aim. This is a very big responsibility if you are running a big organization. There won't be a small number of the equipments. I would rather say there will be different sections. If you may just imagine that if handling of one particular area is so difficult, then how are you are going to handle the 8 to 10 areas? You have to maintain all the accounts and all the kitchen equipment purchase dates. You have to keep a record, so that after a particular time period you need to do maintenance. Budgeting, managing kitchen budgets. I never knew about these things. I just thought they were doing sitting on the computer when I saw an executive chef about 6 years ago when I was training. But this normal kitchen budgets is a major part. It tells that the restaurant or the business is having profit or loss, or that's managing a budget. Then it's like you need to develop the habit of buying and knowing about buying and selling of the things, that how do we procure a kitchen ingredient, and how do we process it, what is the final product made by it, and how much income resource it is giving. So you have to maintain the budget according to that. Like the budgets vary according to the quality of the product used, quantity of the product used. A least used product will be you need to change it regularly. It would be a burden on the kitchen budget, but you have to maintain all that in the proper margins, I would simply say. And supply chain management, manage the supply chain for ingredients. According to the my knowledge about from my experience, from my personal experience, as it is not so easy to manage the supply chain. Ingredients are very necessary, and they may vary according to the seasons. Like vegetables are not something that you can store for more than 2-3 days. Sometimes they deteriorate in about 1.5 day also, when there are several changes in the environment. We can store something in the refrigerator, but we cannot do in the have some changes in the environment. We cannot force it. So you have to keep on changing maintaining the supply chain. If you are unable to get an ingredient from particular area, I would simply say particular area or shop, I would simply say you need to know that you must have contact with the different dealers and suppliers. That supply chain management, in spite of doing a small shop, I simply say this is a very necessary point. You need to understand the fluctuations in the supply market and the demand of the things. Sometimes there must be these disruptions, but you have to arrange it. Qualifications, culinary education and experience. I admire them and I would hope of becoming one day an executive chef. So we have need to have culinary education and experience. People will say that what's the difference, but there is culinary is very wide, culinary world is very wide, so it's better to have some knowledge, prior knowledge of one ingredient can change its taste and the make the rise and downfall of a business, I would simply say. So therefore it is very necessary to understand the culinary world. If you are educated, it's very nice, it would be very helpful to you. And experience, after going through all the knowledge, I think it takes about 20 years, 10 to 15 years, if you are going from a particular, and some there are management trainings and but then also you have to about 9 to 10 years you have to understand all that stuff, and experience is required. Sometimes people must who are very talented and they have some luck, sort of luck, they may go do it in say 5 to 6 years also. Knowledge of flavors, textures and cooking methods. This is a necessary point. You need to think about the flavors, textures and cooking methods, and it is not so easy to understand the texture, I would rather say, and flavors. You have to develop the soft skills, soft spots and sensations in the, you need to understand the sensation. uh, it's not so easily developed, I would rather say. It takes experience to develop all these things, but some people do taste trainings, and I think that are very helpful to develop a taste buds like that. Business acumen, it is very necessary for an executive chef to have a business acumen, since that at last that restaurant is a transactional, it's a business transaction. You are selling a product. You may provide a lot of beautiful dishes, but if it's not under the budget, it's not in the demand, there is no demand for that, there would be repercussions, I would simply say. You need to understand that what time you need to take a step back and change a new make a new strategy. And sometimes running a restaurant is not so beneficial for the particular organization. Sometimes therefore you have to stop a restaurant and you open a new restaurant, develop the upgrade, I would simply say, and upgrade the revamp the structure of the restaurant. Interpersonal skills, amazing thing, it takes time, it's not made in one day. Some people have sort of charm from the childhood, they are trained and they are have the nature, I would say. Interpersonal skills are something that is developed and something that takes time too. For some people it would take about it takes time. Some people are God gifted, I would say, rather say. Career path, to become an executive chef, you can earn a relevant degree or diploma, complete an internship or apprenticeship in hotel or restaurant. Executive chefs are also known as head chefs or chef de cuisine. I'm really thank you for, if someone is at the last of the video, I would simply say thank you. But I am doing this video for the practice of public speaking, and I'm sort of doing a practice, since I understand something like, in spite of not so financially stable and proficient in cooking, I understand that we must have some uh, basic communication style. I must use the language, English language, and communicate with the people. In spite, even if even it's one people, I would try to improve my English and conversations. And I talk like it's like really it's a duty for our generation to tell someone who is in search of this topic and he understands it. It's like I would have some like it would save someone's heartbreak. Someone would not feel like me, I would rather say. Thank you.